Hello everybody and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. Double G here. This is the 10th episode in the series that we're doing on the Elm Creek map. So in the last episode we started off in May. The silage wasn't ready. Barley wasn't ready. We progressed into June. The silage was ready. We still had to wait on the barley. So we rented a bale loader trailer and we sold the silage. And then we sold the soybeans that we had in the silo and all of the full pallets of chicken eggs that we had. I think we had 7 full pallets of chicken eggs. So the grand total for selling pretty much everything we had was a little over 100,000. So we're at 138,831. Wow, that's a palindrome. That's awesome. Okay, 138,831. So then we progressed into July. Oh, we did have to buy some food for the chickens because we were going to run short before we got to the barley. So we bought 2,000 liters, put it with the chickens. We progressed into July, and the barley was ready. So we've harvested all the barley. There's 17,000 liters in the silo, and then there was a little over 2,000 that I just dumped directly in the chicken coop. So they should be good for at least the rest of this month, maybe next. Don't think we have enough food to carry us for the year. We're going to have to buy some, but that's just the way it is. So the focus for now, I feel like, is going to be to get this straw picked up and baled and sold. It's much like the silage. It's a small spread from the low price to the high price. We're not going to use it. We don't have anywhere to store it. So I think we're just going to bale it and sell it. See what we get out of that. I did want to buy a baler, and I was looking in the store, and unfortunately, the baler, glitchy. The baler that I want, the cheapest square baler, is still more than we can afford. It's about 150,000, and even if I had 150,000, I wouldn't want to spend all my money on a baler right now. So we'll have to continue to lease the equipment for baling. If I'm lucky, when we go to do grass work again, maybe I can buy the mower setup because I do want to accumulate some equipment. But because we're just going to sell these bales and we're not trying to wrap them, I'm just going to go with the small baler again like we did last time. It'll be quite a few more bales than we had last time, but there's also a small square bale stacker that we can lease, and it'll at least let us carry 14 bales at a time to the sell point. So it'll be a little more work, but it's going to be the cheapest option for what we need to get done. Then we can look into subsoil in the fields, getting them ready to plant wheat, because I need to plant a crop that will at least contribute to the chicken food next year. Also, the backfield, I need to plow it up and plant the grass that I had initially planned for. So, not a lot to talk about here. The baler, we're just going to go with this small guy again that makes the 120s. We'll lease that. Just because it's cheap, and you don't make much money off straw anyway. And then in the bale loaders, there's this that will load 14 small bales. It may be worth trying to unload these bales onto my trailer. I just don't know how well that's going to work. But we can try it. So even this guy is 3,200, so we might not even make money off of this proposition, but we'll see. So we're at about $4,500 worth of leased equipment to get the straw done. So we'll grab the baler, we'll go bale everything up, and we will take a look at the bale count when we're done. So we've got the majority of it. We've got 8% of a bale. I don't think we're going to have enough little scrappy bits to make up another bale. So we'll just unload what we have here. I think I have to turn it off first. And unload baler. Come on. Get off. Okay, we'll try and fold it. That should kick it off. Oh, you are not keeping my bale. There you go. Alright. Fold it. Lift the pickup. And we'll go get the bale stacker. If we look, we will see that we've made far more bales than I intended. We made 106 bales. There is no way that I'm going to take 106 bales to the sell point, 14 bales at a time. So instead, what I'm going to try to do, and I'm not even sure if it's possible, is to use the bale stacker and unload that onto my trailer. If I can get, 3 or 4 stacks at a time on my trailer, then I'm only making 2 or 3 trips. So this has the potential to be an epic fail. Quite possibly hilarious, but epic. Or it could work, but I don't know. Sometimes when I come up with harebrained schemes like this, they generally tend to not work. But we'll see. So we've already leased the stacker trailer. I'm going to use it. I'm just not going to use it to transport. Hopefully. This may go from a couple of time lapses to one big cut screen or cutscene. We will get it sold though. That is for sure. But it looks like the trick's going to be backing it onto my trailer. And what I will most likely do to start is do 3 or 4 bales, just stack them on here and unload them to see how it unloads, because that would be critical piece to know in figuring out if I can put them on my trailer. Because if that's the size of the stack it's going to make, I could fit 4 or 5 of those on the trailer theoretically. We will just have to see. Heck, we may even be able to fit more than that. So we'll get over here and we'll test out my theory. Operating position. Alright. Well, that didn't work. We'll just have to go for another one. So if we look at it, I mean, is that 4? Let's do a couple more. Let's see. All right. Then there's a transporting position. Then there's unload bales. So you're gonna lay them down push them out straight. And then unload bales. Oh, it lays them down. Is that now one unit? And how did that turn into 14 bales? I thought I picked up 6. Okay. Let's do this. That's 700 liters. So in theory, this should be 4,200 liters? It is. Okay. What a pickle. Alright, we're going to try something else. Pick up a full load. I'm going to pick up a full load and see if we can put them on my trailer with the autoloader feature. I know I said I wouldn't pick up bales with autoloader, but technically I'm not. I'm picking up bales with the bale stacker, then I'm going to pick up the stacks with the autoloader. I don't really feel like I'm shortcutting the system too much. Here's the problem. If I can't load this onto my trailer, how the heck am I going to get rid of them? How many bales? I thought it was only... Oh, it probably is only 14 bales. Okay. That's 14. Go to transporting position. Unload bales. Put them in the middle of the field. I was really thinking this would put the bales out standing up. Okay. Let's go grab the truck. See if we're completely out of luck. Oh, truck's over here. For some reason, I was still thinking eggs. First of all, will it put one in my truck? Oh no, it's as big as my truck is. Left shift R. Loading area is full. Okay. Let's see if it'll put it on the trailer. It's almost as long as my trailer is. Oh, it will. Okay. Alright. Well, looks like that's the way we're going to have to go then. So let's get everything baled up. We've got 20, so we've got 81 bales to go. I'll get everything baled up and we'll see exactly how much we can fit on a trailer, but just that right there cut our trips in half. And I think we can probably fit maybe 1 or 2 more on there. So we get the rest of it baled up and we will see how it's going to go. So we've got a couple of bales that I didn't put into one because we can just throw those into the back of the truck. The thing that concerns me is we had 101 bales and I wound up with 2 left over. So if we had 3 over here, so that's 30, 42, 43, 44. Let's see where we can see. We've got 1 there. So that takes us from 44 to 58. That puts us, we're at 48, so one of these puts us at 62, 76, and we've got a full one on the truck, which is 90, and then 6 in one of those bales. I was reasonably confident it said I made 101 bales. $106 bales. And we haven't baled any in this session except for that. Unless my math is off. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so that's 70, 98, 99, 100, and 6. Okay, no, we're good. We got them all. So let's take this back to the store because we're done with it. And then we'll have to come back and see what we can do with how many we can get on the truck. So we got the bale stacker returned. We also got the baler returned. Now it's just a matter of seeing how many trips it's going to take for us to get all these bales turned in. And it's basically going to be determined by when Universal Autoload tells us our trailer's full. Okay, let's see how far we can push our luck. Oh, it's already a heavy load. Nope, 2 at a time. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be 4 trips, it looks like. And the best place to take them is straw. South Valley Biomass Energy. Okay. Tag it. Let me go to the map. Oh, it's here versus the, and I'll give up the $3 and go to the animal dealer. Yeah. So in the interest of boredom or saving you from it, I'm just going to take all of these over there and then we'll do that off camera and we'll check back in when we're delivering the last load and see how much money we made. We're at 134, 445 right now. So we'll see when the last load is going to the sell point. So we're here with the last load. The first load paid about a little over $1,400, and then it only had 20 bales. And then the next 2 loads of 28 bales paid just under $2,000. And then this load has 30 bales, so I'm expecting it to be just over $2,000. Right, 2134. So essentially 7,500. The equipment we leased was 4,500, so we're not making serious bank, but at least we didn't lose money on the situation. With more equipment and more space to store in the future, we'll be doing better to make more money off of small stuff like that. Because theoretically, that 7,500 could have been maybe 10,000 if we waited till the best time to sell. Whoa, a little too fast. So we're gonna get this back to the farm. Oh, why is my dog in the street? Get out of the street. Park the trailer in the truck because we're done with it for now. So our next focus is going to be on field prep, because we need to get wheat into these fields. Alright, and undercover. I really should attempt to back that trailer in one time. It would be cool. I've had a look at the map, and there are no fields that we can purchase that have a cereal crop in it. There are actually limited fields that we can even afford to purchase. So if we look, we're currently at $135,000, give or take. But even the small fields down here are blocked together, where there's more cost. So all of the individual small fields are pretty much located around us. We can afford 43, 50, 51, 49, and I think 55. Yep. And we're actually at 141,000 now, selling this straw. We can't afford to buy the baler. We need to convert some of this money into something that's going to help us make more money. 50 has soybeans in it, which doesn't help us a great deal. I mean, it's something to harvest, but it's not chicken food. So we could buy 50 for 114. 49 makes sense because it finishes off this block. It's only 56. How much is 51? 91. So we could almost maybe buy 2 fields. I think what I want to do is buy 49, and there's nothing in it now, so we will plant grass in it. That'll give us all of this for grass, which should make us a tidy little sum. That'll also leave us money to potentially buy the mower setup when we go to do this grass in the next month or two. I don't even know if this half of 47 and 49 will be ready to harvest by the time we cut grass, but the sooner we get it in the ground, the sooner we'll start making money off of it. So I think the play here is I'm going to buy 49. Oh, I should have been there. 49, buy, yes. So now we have this whole block, and as we make more money, we'll spread until we potentially get this whole block. And also, the little house we were talking about, maybe we can sell it when we buy 52. That would be cool. If we can't, it's not the end of the world, but it would be cool if we could, because that could be $100,000. That could be half the cost of the land, maybe. So, let's just go look at this real quick and make sure that nothing's been planted in it since the last time I looked at it. Yep, it's plowed. It has rocks. Now would be a good time to look at the condition of all the fields since we're getting ready to prep. So no fertilizer in that field, no fertilizer. We definitely need to fertilize everywhere we're going to plant. Doesn't need lime, so that's a good thing. It does have stones, so we'll be having to get the rock picker again. and nothing in the way of weeds. So we don't have to do lime. So the next thing we're going to want to do is subsoil everything that's going to get planted, fertilize everything that's going to get planted, and then we can move in with the seeder for the grass in 47 and 49 and put wheat in 44, 45, and 46. Once we get that done, hopefully we'll have some more chicken eggs to sell, and then we can look at doing the grass again. It'll all depend on how far along this grass comes. So I say we get that in the ground first. We can plant grass all the way up till November. We have another month to get the wheat in the ground. So for now, we need to get a stone picker in this field. It's almost not worth renting, but I think getting the stones out is something we should do. So I think we can do that today. And then in the next episode, we'll be getting everything in the ground. Let's grab the John Deere this time. And we'll just have to get, the cheapest rock picker we can find, because it's not a very big area. I don't care how long it takes. Also, the field we just bought was plowed, so we won't even have to go over it with the subsoiler. I still say that would be a very nice field to have. It's $140,000, but there's plenty of room to extend the field out in a couple directions. That would be a good, combinable crop field, a corn field, or maybe even a root crop field. You've got to have a pretty big plot of land to put in a root crop, because the harvesting equipment is so expensive even just to lease. Alright. Look at the stone pickers. I know I had a hard time finding them last time. Stone picker. You guys are seeing it, and I'm looking straight past it, I'm sure. I seem to remember it was towards the top. Seeder, planter, spader, stone picker. I don't know why that gives me so much trouble. So there's $52,000 for this one. Oh yeah, these offsets. You know what? I'm gonna pay the money. That's not smart. It is a small area. We'll get this small one. It'll make for a entertaining time lapse. Still $1,200. So we'll get this over to our new field. We'll get the stones out of it. We'll do that in a time lapse. So we're just about done. And I'm not sure I could adequately express just how much I dislike this piece of equipment. It's just, for me, maybe it's a mental block. It is so hard to control and work on an offset like that. I just can't be okay with it. But sometimes you got to do those things that you don't really want to do. So we'll take a look, see how much I missed. Looks like I got it all. Awesome. All right. We definitely want to get this returned so that we don't incur a monthly fee on it. And as you can see, I had to turn on my lights because it was starting to get really dark. And it's especially hard to see on that dark texture. Oh, yep, folded up. Alright, so we get this back to the store, get it turned in. I think that's all we'll do for this episode. In the next episode, we'll have to subsoil the fields that need it and then get everything in the ground. And then we'll probably be looking at selling some eggs maybe and grass after that. So we just need more money. We also should keep a close eye on the contracts page because this is harvest season and harvest contracts typically pay well. You can experience different equipment and there's always the leeway that you can keep. Just make sure I get this returned. Alright, so that's going to do it for this one. Thank you everybody for watching, and until next time, take care.